In this class, we want to talk about core competencies. Now, this is one class in a series of classes on this topic, and so I've called it Core Competencies 2, if you look at the bottom of the screen. This is quite a short class, so we'll just go through some of the key points here related to core competencies. And let's start by talking about what they are. Well, core competencies, a core competency, I should say, is an internal activity to the business. So it's inside the business. A core competency is inside the business. It's essential and capable of giving the business a competitive advantage over its rivals. So see a core competency as an expertise, as a talent that is inside the business. Now it can be in any of the areas of the business. It could be in production or distribution or whatever. It should be related to the product in the marketplace, and it should be ideally directly related to the product in the marketplace, because this uniqueness is what the competitors will be trying to imitate. It's what they will be trying to match. It's seen as the company's strength within the marketplace and provides particular benefits to the customers. It's the company's strength because they have an expertise, they have a uniqueness in the production, the delivery to the market of a particular product. And the customers get a reliable product based on good quality workmanship, perhaps. So the customers like the product, they like the brand. So it builds the reputation of the business. So having core competencies is highly desirable. But as I said, it should be related to the product. A core competency in something peripheral, something back room. A core competency in the warehousing function. Now the warehousing is very important, but that's not what the customer sees. The customer sees the product. So the product should have this uniqueness. It's more important that the product has the uniqueness than the warehouse, although the warehouse is important. Internal activities may be any combination of supply chain management, research and development, production, distribution, sales and marketing, administration, and customer services. There are others, finance and so on. But it includes those areas. So the internal activities may be any combination of those. But generally speaking, a core competency should be related to the product in the market. That's what gives it the uniqueness, and that's what makes it difficult for the competitors to copy. Amazon has an efficient distribution system. So that's a core competency of Amazon. It's also got good customer relations management, and it's got a good website, easy to use. So it's got several. And these are what give Amazon its power in the marketplace. Let's look at strategic architecture, a terminology which sounds a bit forbidding. What it is simply a roadmap for the business for future strategy. The strategic architecture is looking at the future strategy, looking at the vision of the business. Where does the business want to be? Looking at the future strategy of the business and trying to figure out how to get there. So in order to get there, what it does is it identifies core competencies and tries to build these and deploy the constituent technologies. So it looks at the vision, looks where it wants to be, and asks what is necessary to get there. And to get there may require certain core competencies, certain talents, certain abilities. So it attempts to build those. So it's putting into place an architecture, if you like, an architecture of skills. Skills, abilities, competencies, which will be reflected in the product of the future for the business. Strategic architecture is also used for communicating with customers and other business-related agencies. Because if the business has a vision where it wants to be and it's developing its core competencies in order to achieve that, then ipso facto, then therefore, it is communicating with customers and other business agencies. It's almost telling them that this is where we're going, this is what we're going to do, so stick with us. The future is going to be good. We are developing these skills, these abilities, we're building new products, we're going to be in this position in the future. So it's communicating. It should show the objectives that the company will pursue in the future. That's what the strategic architecture does. It shows the objectives that the business will pursue in the future. It says where the business is now, where it will be in the future, what's required. It puts in place a program of development in order to achieve the future vision, and it shows the objectives of the business in the future. Strategic architecture should be decided on the basis of the following questions. The relationship between competitiveness and competency. Well, developing core competencies, developing certain skills and abilities that are unique to the business, these should generate competitiveness in the market. It should enable the business to outcompete its rivals because it's able to do things that the others can't do. It has developed skills that the others have not got. So the strategic architecture should talk about, or should be able to articulate, the relationship between competitiveness and competency. It should also look at the relationship between core competency and customer benefits. Developing core competencies, skills and abilities could lead to a better quality product in the future. A better quality product, better design, more contemporary, more fashionable perhaps, more suited for purpose. So the customer benefits in the future. We should also discuss the relationship between future business opportunities and competency. See, once the business has developed core competencies, special skills and special talents, unique to the business, it may be possible to develop other lines of production related to those. Other lines of production, so there's an element of diversification, diversifying into something related perhaps, but at the same time different, new products which capitalize on the core competencies that were first developed. So it could be the development of core competencies will lead to greater growth and profitability in the future. Now, as I said, this is a short class looking at the idea of core competencies and going on to talk about strategic architecture, which is just simply a roadmap developing from where the business is now to where it wants to be in the future, and looking at what core competencies are required and what resources are required to get to where they want to be in the future. That's all I want to say about this topic for now, so let's leave it at that and say thank you for watching.